It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
And welcome to Who Do You Think You Are? I Am, the promo episode. I am your host, Puma. Just a quick introduction here. Puma is not my real name. It's part of my name. And no, I didn't legally change it to that. I was born with that name. My first name, I kind of forget what my first name is because I never get called by my first name other than my parents and my girlfriend. I am a social studies teacher, baseball coach that I've been coaching now for about close to 10 years, all over New York State and in different age groups. I am currently just got promoted. I'm a lead assistant for a baseball program here where I'm from. And sitting next to me, without further ado, to my left is a longtime friend. I'll let him introduce himself, and here he is.
How's it going? This is Chen's, co-host of the show. Hopefully, still co-host. I've known Puma for 23 years now. We were in the same kindergarten class way back in the day. Puma and I are both teachers. Funny story, this kid started the path to the teaching career before I did. And I ended up becoming a certified teacher and working a year more than he did because...
Why? I took my time.
Took your time. That's a nice way to say it.
I took my time. I was working, coaching.
He was worried about coaching more than finishing school, and I was just like, eye on the prize.
Listen, I love coaching, and I didn't want to give it up.
Listen, at the end of the day, we're both fucking teaching right now. I coach as well. Coach basketball, assistant coach for baseball. Modified.
Little kids.
I mean, listen.
You're a future coach on my varsity.
I never said I fucking coach pros over here. I coach little kids, and yeah, we love what we do, but we love sports most of all, and that's why we decided to take our normal banter and just bullshit conversation and share it with everyone who wants to listen. With that being said, let's break down the name of the podcast here. As you know, it's called Who Do You Think You Are? I Am. And you have to say it that way. Who do you think you are? I am. It's not, who do you think you are? I am. No.
There's no pause.
It's one fucking sentence. All right. I'm going to let Puma take it away because he came up with the name. He knows where it comes from. To be honest, I didn't know where it came from until he brought it up. So I gave him all the credit in the world with that. And he will explain the mystery behind our name.
Well, if you listen to our intro, at the end of the intro before we come in, there's a piece of it. And the only reason why, I know about it is because I like bowling. I think bowling is...
You're all right. You're an okay bowler.
Well, I carry a 215 average. I've thrown 3 perfect games. I've been on tournaments. There's actually videos of YouTube on me in the tournaments. I finished in...
Heck of an arm swing. Arm swing.
Yeah, well, when you used to come bowling with me, you used to swing the ball over your freaking head, and
listen, I grabbed those house balls, those fucking 15s.
No, not even. It was a 12-pound ball.
Okay, maybe 13. Come on.
I throw a 15-pound ball.
And I fucking slung that shit down. I believe you compared me to like the Jason Giambi of bowling. I either hit fucking home runs or a gutter ball.
The pins just exploded when he throws it right. And I actually got you to come to league night one night, and you got scared, and you couldn't go because everybody had their own stuff, and you're there with your own.
You got guys fucking spinning the ball down the thing, and I'm barely keeping it straight. I'm using the bullshit plastic, the neon orange ball. You got guys that have these beautiful bowling ball. I almost said you got these guys with these beautiful balls. that would have been a nice start. Yeah, what a great start.
We're not into that. Definitely not into that. But yeah, I mean, you got guys. I have 5 balls myself, 4 balls, drilled for me.
Better look at that checked out.
Well, you know what? At least, if I walked into the plate, I automatically walked before balls. But
my God.
So the quote, the show
yeah.
title.
Okay.
Let's not get off track here.
Uh-huh.
The show title came from Pete Weber. It was the 2012 USB Masters tournament, and if you go on YouTube, the match is on YouTube. It was a great match. He won the match by a pin.
Well,
And-
yeah. So the guy's getting fucking heckled the entire time.
Well, the guy was being disrespectful. So there's, just like in any sport, there's unwritten rules, and there are fans sitting down lane. And as a bowler myself, if I see something out of the corner of my eye, I stop, put the ball down, and wait, because you don't want to. If you're concentrating on something and you see something out of the corner of your eye, you're gonna jump, and it's gonna screw with your shot, and you might miss your mark. And that's the thing that people that don't bowl don't understand is that you're bowling on an invisible field. There's oil out there, and you don't know where it is. And you really need to be ahead of the lanes, and you really need to know your angles and how the lane breaks down and the oil pattern. There are different ones. And in the Masters, it's a hard shot. And Pete was, who is one of my favorite bowlers. I had the privilege of meeting and bowling with him a couple of years ago.
I didn't know this.
Out in Long Island, they had a pro-am.
Oh.
And I
Like
shot
the
275 against
Happy
him.
Gilmore kind of thing?
Yeah, it was a pro-am. It was fun. I met all my favorite bowlers there. I have all their signatures. It's awesome. It was awesome.
They signed your balls?
They signed my pin. I bought a pin and a Sharpie just for that. And so at the end of the match, he makes his shot. He wins his match, and he just goes absolutely berserk. And at the time, it was a big thing. Everybody was referencing it. Bowling was on the map. He's considered the bad boy of bowling. He wears the sunglasses. He's got that attitude, and that most bowlers don't have. Bowling is a gentleman's sport. It's not a bunch of guys smoking, drinking a beer, and throwing the ball down the lane. These guys are good at their craft, and, there are a lot of good bowlers on tour right now, and I follow the tour. I watch the matches, and, these kids are good. These guys are good. And even the women are good too. Some of these women are lights out. And, he came up, he threw his glasses to the floor and said, "Who do you think you are? I am." And it's...
Well, he said, what did he say before? He goes, "Yeah! Yeah!
Are you kidding me?
I did it! I did it! Who do you think you are? I am!"
So, there's Chenz's impersonation.
Wow, that picked
And-
up big time.
Yeah, but that's, where the title came from and, who we are. And this show is going to cover seasonal sports. So, if you're sick and tired of listening to the radio when they're talking about football and in June,
Yeah, exactly.
we'll be here talking baseball. We'll be talking hockey playoffs, NBA playoffs. We're going to have a segment of the show called Push and Pull for some of the people who are not comfortable, who aren't familiar with that term. A push factor is something that, comes from social studies. So as being a social studies teacher, I came up with it. It's a push factor is something that you push away from. You don't want anything to do with it. And a pull factor is something that draws you in. It's something that catches your attention and draws you into a certain topic. That's pretty much the basis and coverage of our show. We will be releasing a show every Sunday. We're going to be once a week. The show time will be run between an hour and a half, since it's only once a week. And we're going to get down and dirty. We're going to call people out. We're going to, be who we are. And just like two buddies hanging out at the bar watching the game, that's what we're going for, and that's what we're aiming for here. And that's what we're going to do. And, we have ways of you reaching out to us. We're going to have a YouTube channel. The shows will be on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor Podcast. We have a Twitter account. We're in the process of creating a Patreon account as well for our listeners to help us out and give us some, help so that we can make the show better for our fans and make the show more enjoyable. Also, we will be giving stuff away. We're in the process of coming up with our own channels where we'll be talking about the sports that we love more passionately, and we'll be releasing those on YouTube and to our Patreon subscribers once we build that community. So I hope you guys stick around. Please subscribe. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on follow us on Apple Podcasts. Give us a good review.
Give us a listen.
And give us a shot. I know there's a lot of podcasts out there that talk about sports and are trying to do the same thing. Look for our first true episode to drop later today. We're going to get right to recording it after we finish with this. So with that being said, look for our first episode, and we will talk to you soon. So see you later.